Hi, my name is Deanna Rubiano and I'm the CMO of Third Pillar Business Applications. What got me into the industry? Well, my background is fashion and marketing. I was a marketing consultant for many years. I helped brands transform and digitalize and be aligned to their customer. And as part of my role, I had to do extensive research, and I stumbled across a video by Angela Edher, who was the CEO of Burberry at the time. And in that video, she exposed me to Salesforce and what Salesforce could really do for a customer. And I fell in love with the story about how Salesforce was enabling them to digitalize. And as a marketer, it's like a marketing's dream, right? To be able to use tools like this. So I started to research Salesforce and I fell in love with them. Many years went past and I created my own consultancy. And then I met Jenny of Third Pillar. And we then got together and we ideated on how we could start up the marketing cloud practice within Third Pillar. And now we have a super successful marketing cloud practice. We've implemented for some of the largest conglomerates in the Philippines and expanding internationally as well. So that's how I came about with Third Pillar and Salesforce. What are my passions? I have many passions. I honestly feel that we should all just be passionate about life first of all, and just have many things that we can kind of conquer. One of my biggest passions right now is I am a huge advocate for sustainability and eco-friendly products. Bringing up my daughter, I really endorse, eco-friendly toys and just living as a parent. It can be really easy to lean into, the mass brands. But if you are conscious and you're aware and you want to create a better world for the children that we're bringing up, then we should be focused on things like biodegradable nappies, right? Like small things that you could do that could make such a huge impact. So I try and advocate for this as much as possible. Another passion of mine is education for young kids. I think it is incredibly important that we shine a light on the level of education that kids around the world are having. And I think it is the right time for us to redesign and reframe the education system to allow young kids of any class system to be able to have the best education possible. At the end of the day, they will be the leaders of tomorrow. Why will we not invest? And a lot of it is I invest my time coming up with charity galas so that we can try and raise a lot of capital to really invest in the education sector. The message that I want to leave behind for young girls. I love the idea of Chris Hadfield, who basically he quotes and says, what you're scared of, you should really be leaning into and using as a motivation. I've led my life like this. I think every time that I feel scared or apprehensive about a situation is when I really want to push myself forward and make myself uncomfortable. This is where you grow. This is where you learn things, right? And really try and lean into that fear of the uncertainties to help you grow as a person. Knowledge is power, right? So we all know this. So learn as much as possible. And another thing is, I always was called, you're a jack of all trades, master of none. And I learned this thing that you could turn that around and become this generalist. And this generalist term is really more around, a lot of things, enough of enough of everything to be able to save you at critical stages. And I really love that. I think that you should be able to know enough about everything to be able to converse, to be able to form decisions, to be able to also just know that you can transform yourself into something else because you've learned it, and now you've released this uncovered a new passion. So I hope you enjoyed this and get a few learnings. Thank you so much.